Hello, and
Hello.
we are live. Here we go. We got the
Actually worked, I
countdown on.
think.
Yeah, we got the countdown on anyway to start it off.
Yeah, brilliant. That actually worked. I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. Up the fucking toffees, eh? Up the fucking toffees.
Right, so
Let's get us on the full
do a little bit of
screen.
an intro. So welcome to the pre-match build-up show for Everton versus Crystal Palace. I'm obviously joined by Super Dan. Super Dan, the paint job is another masterpiece. It's an absolute masterpiece. Um, so let's
No,
let's
I've
get
gone
on
for
with the
the
show.
up the fucking toffees this time because last time the face paint, people kept saying in the comments, Jeff, the face paint's lucky. You've got to do the face paint again. So let's see if it is lucky
Yeah,
today. No pressure.
and as everyone can see, I've finally bought some Everton merch to wear for the videos, so that because I've been getting so much grief for not having Everton tops for when I do the shows. So I've done it today, so it's double whammy. He's brought his gear. I've brought my gear.
Looks dapper, mate.
Hopefully, we're bringing all the luck, and hopefully, this is going to lead to an amazing performance today. So,
well, you look smart, and I look like a turd. But this is the lucky face paint. Just remember that if we win, this is the reason. The white hairspray.
Yeah, but then you're making a cross for your own back because you're going to have to do it all the time.
I know it's not cheap. It's not a cheap hobby, but I've got to try it. I'm not normally that superstitious, but do you know what? It worked last time. It could work again.
We need 3 points today, so whatever works.
We need everything.
Whatever
we
works
can get.
is fine.
Right, so, people jumping on. We're doing the same thing that we've been doing a couple of times. We're just going to do a lineup like reaction. That is what we're doing. And I know you lot are waiting for the lineup as well as us, and you're probably as excited as us or nervous as us to see what it's going to be. But it's always good to see your reaction.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to.
So, Jeff, what do you think it's going to be? I mean, is it going to be the same or is it going to be a change? What do you think?
It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because realistically, who can we bring in? I've seen a few shouts for Garner to come in today because he offers something creatively. But other than that, it's difficult to see who would come in. There's also options for maybe a change of formation. People are calling for maybe a 4-4-2. Putting sort of Gray and Gordon on the wings and putting Mopé up and dropping one of the midfielders and going a 4-4-2. I've seen a few shouts for 3 at the back, and let's bring Vinaga in alongside maybe Iwobi on the right hand side and get some width and try and get crosses in that way. But whatever we do, we've got to get some creativity into this side because 2 games without a shot on target. And I know the opposition was all whatever, but 2 games without a single shot on target is not acceptable. We've got to do better than that. So, and we're at home, so the emphasis is on us. We've got to go out and win this game. We can't just, like when we're playing a better team away from home, particularly. Sitting back and playing on the counter is fine, but if we're going to be at home against a team that's in and around us, we have to take the game to them. It's up to us to actually show something positive and take the game to Crystal Palace today, I think.
Big game. Obviously, they've got good players attacking. We've got good players defensively. Our good players attacking need to step it up. Ryan's just commented here. We'll go through the comments as we go. Be nice to get a few on to see your reaction on the lineup as well. Jeff, that top's class, mate. Top class. I thought the same. Nice top, to be fair, Jeff.
Thanks, my mate.
And the other comment, obviously not many on yet. Some might be busy before the game. A lot at Goodison. We get more on this when we do it when we're away, because when we're away, not as many go. It's going to be a full stadium today, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Big up to Steak, the channel sponsors as well.
Yeah, I know. There you go, mate. Steak advertising it. They can't want more than that, can they? You know what I mean? You got the steak on the screen. What else can they do? Also take it down there. There's a steak, look, you know what I mean? Everton top.
Yeah.
And then start Gordon or drop Gordon. I was just going to say, this is what I've been seeing a lot, is drop Gordon. I don't want Gordon dropped. Loads of people have, like I said, I spoke to a few people last night. Nice little chat. And they was like, Gordon dropped. But I said, sometimes you don't want to cut your nose off to spite your face. You know what I mean? Generally, Anthony Gordon, I get that he isn't playing well, and he probably doesn't deserve to. He does deserve to be dropped, maybe, but I do feel he's going to be good this game. So why would you not use what could be good just to prove a point to Gordon? I probably would play him with them having defenders that would struggle with Gordon. I feel.
Yeah.
Jeff, are you starting centre mid today, mate?
No, I've always been a goalie, mate. So if I was starting anywhere, I'd be starting.
It does look like you're playing today with that top on. It looks tiny.
Yeah,
it does look like you're playing.
Really proud of myself. It was my birthday yesterday, so I met up with my mate Nick.
It was what? Sorry.
It was my birthday yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday for yesterday!
Oh, nice one, cheers.
I didn't even know that.
No, it's all right.
Kept it secret.
I met up with my mate Nick, who comes on the channel in the chat sometimes. She's up from Cornwall to come to the match, so we just met up in town and went and saw the ground. You know, the new stadium.
Yeah.
So we went down there and had a look at the new stadium, which is looking amazing.
I did see the pictures you sent me. Yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic.
And then we sort of had a little wander around, visited a few places, and we went to Goodison as well, because she's not been for years. So we went to see we went to the shop, got myself a little bit of merch, bought her a nice Everton top as well. Because I was feeling in a generous mood, because I'm a nice person sometimes.
But yeah, Jeff, getting the wallet out. You know what I mean? Splashing out.
Yeah, I was splashing out. So it was a nice day, and it was nice to see the ground. Like when it's not mad, it was nice to go up there when it's a bit quieter, so you can have a little wander around and take some pictures and stuff like that. So it was good.
It sounds like a very Everton day to get you ready for this game today.
Yeah,
just seeing Paul say here, we know Paul very well, don't we, on Spaces and Twitter. Just popping on, boys. On my way to the old lady. Good to see you back, birthday boy. 3-0 for the boy. Yeah, we are starting to go positive, and that's what I like, because I did a Everton Space last night. I need to start doing Unfollow Everton, to be fair. And it was nice to see, because let's face it, that Newcastle game really did everyone's head in, and it knocked the wind out of our sails. And to pick ourselves back up and all be positive and say, we think we're going to win this game, is good support, isn't it? Because we don't have to be like that. We could go the opposite way. We could say, we're going to get battered. But at least we're believing. Whether we've been given something to believe about or not, we're still believing.
Yeah, and I think it was interesting to see some of the comments from some of the players in the post-match. You know, there is pressure on, and you know, we don't like to talk about stuff like this, you know, like pressure on the manager and stuff like that. But we've seen what happened to, of course, Divvy.
Slippy G.
Slippy's just lost his job. You know, so people are going to be asking the same questions about Lampard, and it's one of those, you don't want those questions to be coming. So you want to see a couple of wins, because a couple of wins makes everything better. You know, we just lost 3 on the row. If we were to win a couple of games on the row, now we go back up to mid-table. We feel nice and safe and secure. And those questions get put to bed again. But, today feels like a really important game.
This is a big announcement. I didn't know this, and you might already know, because I haven't even checked stuff. I'm just looking for the lineup. And Nottingham Forest are winning 1-0, 74th minute.
Against Liverpool?
Yeah. What an announcement that is, before the lineup. Nottingham Forest are losing 1-0
at half time, but I didn't know.
Yeah, I saw it 0-0, and I thought the red shite would, but it'd be nice if that finishes 1-0. I mean, it makes Forest more scary for us.
It would, but yet it puts pressure on us as well, doesn't it? Yeah, because a lot of the teams like have been picking up some points. Southampton. Obviously,
we said this, Jeff. No team's easy.
Leicester won a couple of games.
Here we go. The starting lineup.
Pickford,
I'm just
Coleman,
looking for it now.
Tarkowski, Cody, Mikalenko, Iwobi, Garner, Onana, Gray, Gordon, Calvert-Lewin. So it's basically the same
Exactly
team,
the
but
same.
obviously, yeah, but
Exactly the same. And I said it would be exactly the same as well.
Substitutes: Keane, Holgate, Decore. Nice to
Yeah,
see
let's put it
Holgate
on
on
the
the
screen.
bench.
Yeah, there we go.
McNeil.
I can't figure out how to just get that on a banner, but there you go. This is the news, and I can't copy and paste that. I'm just gonna check whether that is right. I do believe Matty
Right.
Elvin. He knows his stuff, and he's always on the channel. But that is the lineup. Have you noticed? Yeah, it's exactly the same, isn't it? I was going to say, is there anything different in the substitutions? But even the substitutions are all the same, ain't they?
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to cause frustration? What's your reaction on this? Then this is what we've done it for. Straight reaction.
I think it's one of those where
Dan, the letters are they backwards though? Because I did it the opposite way around to make sure it confused me. Do you know where you have to do it the opposite way around?
No, you don't. I just realised it is. You've done it the wrong way around.
Don't worry, I've got time to sort this out because I can put blue over it and do it the other. No, because I was clever. I said, right, when you're on the channel, do it the opposite way round and it'll go the right way round. Like
it doesn't work that
way.
But
apparently this screen corrects itself anyway to make it the right way around. I thought it was the right way around.
Vinagre is missing off the bench. That's an interesting one.
Didn't notice that. Yep.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah.
Why is that? Why is that?
I don't know.
What's it up? What's up the fucking Toffees backwards? Toffees
fuck you up.
Fuck the up. Toffees fuck the up. Toffees fuck the up. There you go. Can't go wrong on that. So Toffees, here we go. I've got the lineups. Like I say, his lineup's going to be right. It is right. Yeah, he's bang on. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same. Are we saying that's going to be a 4-3-3, Jeff?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it makes sense.
Technically, it's a 4-5-1, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it, where you could still within that system play a few different ways, but realistically, you are looking at a 4-3-3. And that team should be good enough. I know Crystal Palace have got some good players. Don't get me wrong. I would never disrespect any team. All the teams in the Premier League have good players, and they're capable of causing you damage. That's just a fact. That the Premier League is the toughest league in the world, and it's the most popular league in the world for a reason, because it's hard, and because teams like Liverpool could go to a team like Nottingham Forest and be getting beat. That doesn't happen in other leagues. You know, the team who's bottom of the league in the Spanish league, they get beat every week. It's just the way it goes. But this is the toughest league, and
I just read this.
It's always going to be a challenge.
I completely agree with you. Every team is hard this season. I've just read this comment now where I don't know what Frank expects to be different from the other night. And one thing I will say, and I did say it will be the same team, and it is. Yeah. One thing I will say is, I think the thing that will be different is Frank's going to give him. I hope this happens. He's going to give him a kick up the arse.
Proper roasting.
He's going to give him a kick up the arse, because let's face it, we didn't play well play well last game. So there's no saying that this team can't be good this game.
No,
they just need to play better.
I think the thing is, as well as what was going. I went to say it before, but I don't know why I didn't carry on with the thought. But the players themselves, they had a big. After the Newcastle game, apparently there was a big, not a set to in the dressing room, but there was words in the dressing room. There was
rightly so, yeah.
There was a big sort of team meeting afterwards, and people just not got to go better. They've just got to.
Kevin Kraft,
like they know this isn't an acceptable level of performance, so I'm expecting to see. Hello, Kev. I'm expecting to see a team that comes out from the start and goes at these, because. Yeah, they are good, and they've got some good players, and if we let them play, they can hurt us. But like this is about as strong as we can go, and if we can't give a game to these to Crystal Palace in our own stadium, then we've got problems. So I want
atmosphere is massive.
Today.
on what you're saying, the atmosphere is massive. It is massive today. You've got to get behind them all the time.
Yeah.
They've got to give the crowd something to get behind, but you've got to get behind them massively. And Dave West, we're trying to put your comments on the screen with this as well, because it's just reaction. We want to see your reaction. Dave, sorry, it's another comment's come in. We need to get crosses and bodies into the box. See, don't think with this formation that can't happen. It's just that we didn't move the ball quick enough last game to get the crosses into the box. Hopefully this time we play this formation a lot better.
Yeah.
My 89-year-old pop said, "Hi, Dan." Hi. I don't know who your 89-year-old pop is, mate, but I tell you something, I love him already with the way you are, Kevin Kraft, because, Jeff, you know what Kevin Kraft is like in the comments.
Yeah.
With his nettle tea and some of his crazy stuff. We love you, Kevin Kraft. And he goes, "Hi, Jeff," as well.
Hey up, Kev, you're all right, mate?
So in your comments now, people in the comments, got a few people on. What do you think about this? Happy or angry, or what's your response? Or are you just thinking, just let's have a good game? Pop your comments in. My dad's Keith Kraft, he said. His dad's Keith Kraft. There you go. We love you, Keith Kraft.
Hello, Keith.
Is he an Evertonian? That's a good question, isn't it?
Of course he's an Evertonian.
Even if he isn't, I love him. But I'm just saying, I wonder if he is. I wonder if he got Kevin Kraft being an Evertonian. You never know, do you? Here we go. Here's another nice comment here. I've got Gordon's back, and I don't know why. I just feel like someone's got to have his back. He's getting a lot of grief, and I feel he could be good today. Gordon needs to pull his socks up today and work as hard as he used
right.
to.
And it's one of those where, okay, so going historically over the last however many years, our fans have had a tendency to get on players' backs, and whether you can say that's right or wrong, I don't know, but it doesn't help. That's the one thing you can say for an absolute certainty is maybe the players have deserved some of it. Maybe play it. Yeah.
I am angry about your face. Your face is what is it? You're angry. You're angry for a face paint. This is lucky, right? I've wore this face paint once, bit different to last time, but I've wore this once and we won. And we won. I've got this the wrong way around, but don't worry about that.
But anyway, what I'm saying is we've had a tendency for years now to get on players' backs, and sometimes they deserved it, sometimes they haven't, whatever. But the one thing you will say for an absolute fact is if we get on the players' backs, it doesn't help. It's not going to make them better. It's not going to make them better. So we just have to give support. It doesn't matter if they pull the shirt on and they run on the pitch. We have to back them 100% because otherwise, what's the point? You know, that's what our job is. Their job is to play. Our job is to support, and so we have to give them 100%, give them total backing, and then it's up to them. But if we start getting on their back straight away, we're not helping. We're part of the problem. So we have to make ourselves not part of the problem. We have to do our part, and then it's up to the players to do their part. So, I hope the atmosphere is amazing, and the fans are right up in support of our team and vocal and make some proper noise because it's been quiet in the last few games, which has been a bit disappointing.
It's a very big comment here, and he's basically saying what I've just said. I think it's counteract to what I said. Like, we need to move the ball quicker, 100%. I do think that with the Man U and the Spurs game, especially the Man U game, making loads of mistakes, trying to move the ball quicker, it knocked our confidence. This game, I feel Lampard. Do you know what? Tell me what you think on this. Someone said it last night, lad. I know Raf on the Spaces, and he said, and it's true. I think Gerrard getting sacked is a good thing at this moment in time because I'm not saying Lampard gets sacked, but I think it'll make Lampard think I've got to step my game up. You know what I mean? I think it'll make him think, like, it'll give him the kick up the backside, Jeff, that we've just said these players need because he knows no job is safe, is it? And I think Lampard, he'll want to prove something today because I don't want Lampard out. I love him to pieces, but the spotlight will get on you if you don't get the results.
This, to me, this is the key for today. And this is something we haven't been doing. We need to get crosses and we need to get bodies in the box. You don't score goals if you don't take shots. We need to be if we're outside the area and you get like half a yard of space, boost it, like, whack it into, just take a shot. Like, you don't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. And if you, if we're not taking shots, if we're just passing side and side, and then we're not taking the shots, what's the point? We've got to take chances. We've got to create stuff. Otherwise, it's pointless in it. And that's what happened in the last game. Is we didn't take. It wasn't a case that we didn't take our chances. It was a case that we didn't even try. And that's not acceptable for an Everton side to not even have one shot in target in 2 games of football.
It's comment here. Look at the bottom. I'm going through
the
latest ones here. It says Lamps made no change whatsoever midweek. It's going to be testing for Lamps' belief, especially Gray and Gordon. They just need to play better. Gray and Gordon, like, we know they've been frustrating. Yeah. We know they haven't been getting it right, but you can't just say because the player's having a bad game that he's always going to be shit. Fact is, they can step it up. What they're playing like the last 2 games doesn't mean they're going to play like that today. If anything, it should be more reason for them to be more motivated to freaking prove themselves. And they need to do that today. And I feel Crystal Palace, I know it's stupid, but if you think about us scoring 3 goals against a similar team to this in the second half to stay up, that might still be in your head a little bit. Calvert-Lewin might like Crystal Palace today and think, you know what? I scored against these last time to keep us up, and I'll go again today. It just stay in your head, doesn't it, Jeff?
Well. Yeah, that is the thing as well. Is I don't want to say anything that's jinxy, but like they're quite a good side at home, but they're not quite so good away from home, and they do concede goals. So this is a game. I don't want to say at this early stage of the season that it's a game we have to win, but it's a game we really need to win and should win because
it's the same the way this league is, Jeff. Every team you play, like, you think to yourself now, who are you in competition with if you're in a relegation battle? Crystal Palace would be one of those teams that would be down there with you. So every team,
talking Palace, got to prove, Leeds and Nottingham Forest, and
you've got to prove you're better than them.
Leicester and people like that. That's why I think this next period of 4 games, the 3 games we've just had, were all going to be tough. Like, we knew they were going to be tough going into them, and I said we were probably unlikely to win any of them. I didn't think we'd play as bad as we did, but I knew they were going to be tough. But these next 4 games before the World Cup, these are all games we can win. We can win them. These aren't teams well above us. These next 4 games, it's Leicester, it's Palace, it's Fulham, and Bournemouth. They're games we have to target, and if we win those games, we go into the World Cup around 20 points, and everything looks fine, everything looks sound, and then you can go into the window and add a couple of players and kick on for the second half of the season. But this is it now. This next 2.5, 3 weeks is it for these few games? This is a key period in our season.
Dave Weston's just said too many players here aren't willing to take the responsibility. I think that's what we've got to do today. I think generally, if I played football myself, when you play football, you want to be the hero. You want to be the best player. And our players need to all want to get on the ball and do something special today. They want to show their worth. And I hope they do show the confidence to get on the ball and not just move it back to the defenders and get scared, because there's nothing to be scared about. Us fans, I know we can be brutal, but at the minute, we're crying out for someone to try and be the freaking creator. Or
Kevin.
That's what we're thinking. Across Golden Live. Kevin did say his Pops is an Evertonian. He did say that, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if he's like Halewood or something like that. Of course
he was. We need at least 8 points from the last 4 games. He said 3-1, Kevin Crafter. By the way, Kevin Crafter, I've seen you say that you wanted a certain lineup. Lineup's already been revealed. It's the same lineup as last time. We was going to put it on a banner across, but we did say at the start what it was. The lineup is exactly the same as last time. So it's Pickford, Coleman, which a lot was questioned about, Cody Tarkowski, Mykolenko, Onana, Garner Gay, Iwobi, Gordon, Gray,
just an interesting little point on today because it was something that's been brought up before. Today's the rainbow game, isn't it? And a lot of people wondered whether, like,
I've seen that.
Idris Gueye would play, but he is playing. So that conversation could get put to bed.
Yeah, I know. Well. I was just like, I know we are allowed to swear on the channel. Well, you're all down to earth in the comments. I was just like pissed off when I read that, Jeff. Seriously, because it was just pressure on Ghana Gueye's back for no reason. Because everyone said if he doesn't play today, he's going to get so much shit. Well, if he didn't get picked today and he didn't play, it's not his fault. It's nothing to do with that. It would have got twisted. It would have got twisted.
Yeah, it would have got twisted. So the fact that he's in and he's playing, I don't know whether he's got rainbow laces in his shoes, but
we don't know.
He's there in the game, and it's the rainbow game. So that conversation can get put to bed now. We don't need to worry about it anymore.
We don't need any more drama than we've already got. To be fair, we just need a good game today. We need to be happy.
Yeah, you know what it's like with our fans sometimes.
Yeah, I thought the same. To be fair,
we can put pressure on ourselves, can't we? So,
well, I seen in the comments
that can be put to bed.
Someone said in the comments, Jeff, they hope we've got something to be cheered about because I don't want to have this face paint on if we've lost. So, do you know when we do the match reaction, Jeff? I'm gonna look like I'm not even gonna say the word if we lose. So I already look like anyway. And Jeff's got his nice new top on. I like to think that that's going to be lucky. So I hope this match reaction we're going to be cheering. You know what I mean? I really do. And the good thing is as well, people on there, if Everton go and win this game, me and Jeff have got nothing to argue about. So we want that.
Peace in our time. Peace in our time.
We can't argue if we win, but if we lose and we're shit, then there's going to be plenty of frigging debate and angriness.
Isn't there?
Yeah. Oh, bloody hell.
So
I hope we win. By the way, I was hoping that I went for white and blue, like white and blue. I was hoping this white's turned out grey with glitter, but I was hoping that it didn't come off and spread, but it does. So there you go.
So let's have a look at the Palace team news. So we've got
oh yes, let's get it out. Bloody hell. How have we forgot that?
Gaita in goal. We got Ward, Anderson, Gueli, Mitchell, Mivo. What are their bloody names? Milovojevic, whatever. Eze, Elise, Ayu, Edouard, and Zaha. So it's quite an attacking lineup if you look at that. You know, you've
they got everyone on, haven't they? They've got everyone on.
They're literally throwing everyone at this game. So it's going to be a game where we have to make sure that we don't give them chances. Obviously, someone that always worries me is Eze because he's one of those kind of players that could just.
I tell you, the other one.
Someone and create a chance, and you know we're going to have to be wary of some of these players because they've got dangerous players.
Yeah. That Elise is a shitbag as well, Jeff. That Elise, he was good against us last time.
And Edouard is one of those players who pops up with a goal. And then, of course, you've got Zaha as well. So it's, you know, that's a tough team for us to play against. So we've got to be careful.
What's that? I've got to be the entertainer on this channel. You lot will fall asleep if I don't do stuff. I've got to get us ready. If I'm not Rocky, I'm on proper blue nose. You know what I mean? Up the fucking toffees. Yeah. Jeff, I think looking at this team, that Edward, the striker that we was linked with from Celtic, Zaha, Ayu, you could say they've got 3 strikers on the pitch. I honestly think looking at this, the best form, the only way that you can be good against their team here is to attack. Because if you sit back against those attacking players, you're in trouble
against this team because they've got creatives. But then if you look at their defence and you look at their midfield, they're not amazing. They're not an amazing side. No. So they get at a ball. Like,
dominate the midfield here, Jeff.
Yeah, if you were literally going to put money on this game, like you would never bet on a 0-0 in this game because these are two teams who are going to create opportunities and they're probably both going to score. You know, I'm going for a sort of
I said 2-0, but I don't think it's going to be 2-0 anymore.
No, I don't think so. I'm thinking 3-1. I'm hoping. I'm hoping for a win.
2-1. I'm thinking 2-1 or 3-2. I think it's goals who can score the most. And I know we haven't scored goals, and people will say, "Oh, you're crazy to say we're going to score goals." But I'm looking at Ward, their right back, thinking Gordon or Gray could get at him. Mitchell and Anderson. Anderson will struggle with DCL because he did last time when we stayed up in that game. The centre midfielder, I mean, Eze and Elise are good, but they're kind of wingers, ain't they? So we could hurt them in centre midfield. Jeff, I think, if we look to dominate the centre midfield with just Mitrovic or whatever his name is.
They've got attacking players, but those attacking players need freedom and time on the ball to do something, and that's where we should be taking control of this game, is closing everything down and blocking everything, keeping them well away from our goal. Don't be giving away easy free kicks and things like that, because obviously when you've got players like Zaha and Eze, tricky little players who can skip past someone and they can buy free kicks, and penalties and stuff are a risk as well with twinkle toes players. So we've got to make sure that we keep them away from our goal and don't go in for that silly dive-in challenges. We've got to stay on our feet and push them around, push them wide, push them out to the side, and then if you push them out wide, they're not a big side in the air, so they're not going to be like whipping in crosses. With our two centre backs, we could deal with crosses all day. So that's what we've got to do today: is push them out wide, keep them out wide, and force them to put crosses in. Because if they go through the middle, we haven't got a lot of pace at the back and we can get caught out. But if we push them out wide and force them to cross in, we can deal with those crosses all day. We're really good defensively if we keep the players in front of us and push them out to the wings and stuff like that. And then when we get the ball, we've got to attack with pace. We can't just pass it out from the back and slowly tickle along.
Red Shark's been beat. You know what I mean? There you go. I just said on the channel it was 1-0. I just said on the chat, it was 1-0, and that's I didn't. Is it finished then? Is it confirmed it's finished?
Yeah, it is.
Fantastic. I did say, generally, someone said that's it now. They're going to kick on. I don't think they will. I think they're going to struggle games as well, because you can't play. I think Milner will play good every now and again, right? But it'll cost you some games. And let's face it, I don't.
Who actually scored? If
the striker, Jeff. Do you know who the striker is? It's the striker. Do you know that big guy that they signed?
Oh, the 6'8" fellow.
Yeah, they signed a centre forward, didn't they? He scored already.
I don't know his name.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his name. That's the thing, so I'm not even going to look it up. But it was the actual. Yeah, there it is. Though this is his name, but I don't. You'll laugh at me if I try to say it, because you always take the rip out of me when I try and frigging say.
Awoniyi.
Yeah, Awoniyi. He scored the goal. I've seen that he scored it.
Yeah, Awoniyi.
Oh, do you know what it's on? Do you know the song? I've never felt more like singing the blues when Everton win, and they've lost already. So all we need to do now is win.
Yeah, we've got to do our part now. Oh my God!
All we need to do is win. No
You're
pressure.
Excited. You're starting to feel the pressure now. Excited.
We're gonna we'll do this at past. Give you half an hour to get ready for the game. Like I said, we get more on this. Last time we had quite a few, because the match reaction is our biggest one. But sometimes people that haven't gone to the game, like us, that want to be at the game, we just want to do something for you to get on and talk about before the game starts.
Yeah.
We'll do it. Yeah. We'll do it for you. Yeah, right, I'm excited, Jeff. I am excited. We've got we'll go off in 2 minutes. What do you think? Then let's finish it off now with a little.
Right. So I'm gonna be positive. Shock horror. I'm gonna be positive.
I know. Go on, lad.
I'm expecting a reaction. I'm expecting a reaction today. I'm expecting us to come out quick and fire in. I want us to get an early goal, and then I don't want us to switch off and sit back on a 1-goal lead. I want us to go for a second goal. So I want us to be like 2-0 up at half time. And then we can get in, calm it down, because they're going to want to come back at us. And then I want us to get the third goal as well. And then maybe they can get a consolation later on, and that's fine. But I want us to... the one thing we haven't done yet this season is won a game easy. We haven't won a game easy. That's not happened.
Settle down. So Jeff, you said you're positive, and people are going crazy.
I want us to win a game comfortably. I want us to win a game comfortably, and boss the game. I want us to dominate. So
just get the ball in the
I'm
box.
going to go for a 3-1 with them getting the late consolation goal, not like an early one. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 win.
We might actually get on this time on the channel if you could be that sort of positive. You know what I mean? It must be that happy day you had yesterday. I tell you something. If Jeff's going to Goodison yesterday, buying people Everton tops, buying himself Everton tops, and he's saying Everton are going to win 3-1, this has got to happen. This has got to happen. Right, we're going to. Everybody, we'll let you get ready. We'll let you. I've got to go and wash this off my hands. Silver white comes off.
Yeah, and you need to.
Yeah, I'll change it around. I still probably do it wrong. I'll change it around somehow. Just if we lose, mate, I'll write freaking something angry on my head afterwards. You know what I mean?
To sort it out for you.
Who's this kid, Willie Ascender? We don't know who the person is in the comments. We'll block him if he's doing anything bad. Don't worry about that. But obviously, if people come in the comments and be stupid, it's just pointless because this is a good channel. Yeah. So don't do that, please. Yep. So we'll all let you get ready for the game. I hope we win. Come on, just please, Everton, please just win. Please just let us be happy now for a bit. Come on, we've had freaking 3 games now where we're starting to get a little bit raggy, and us Evertonians get raggy easy. You know what I mean? So come on, let's do this. We've been infuriated, Dan. So I'm going to pop the banner on now, and
this is almost.
We'll see you later. And we're still on.